The morning after my wedding, I woke up believing my life had finally settled into something safe. My name is Hannah Mercer. I was 32, an elementary school teacher, and I had married Logan Pierce less than 24 hours earlier. Sunlight spilled into our bedroom. Logan slept beside me, one arm thrown carelessly across the sheets, breathing slow and calm. He looked peaceful, like a man with nothing to hide. I slipped out of bed, made tea, and cut a small piece of leftover wedding cake. I smiled to myself, marveling at how strange it felt to call someone my husband. Then my phone rang. Unknown number. I almost ignored it. Hello. I answered. Miss Mercer, a man's voice said. This is Thomas Hale, manager at Heritage Bistro. We hosted your wedding last night. Yes, thank you. Everything was perfect, I said. A pause. Then he said, that's not why I'm calling. We reviewed our security footage this morning. And what we found involves your wedding. My stomach tightened. Involves how? I asked. I cannot explain over the phone. You need to come here and see it in person today. Please come alone and say nothing to your husband. Behind me the shower turned on. Logan was awake. And in that moment my perfect new marriage cracked wide open. Logan had come into my life quietly, almost gently. We met 6 months earlier in a small downtown bookstore. I was searching for a teaching guide. He was flipping through car magazines, grease still under his fingernails, wearing a shy, honest smile. He offered to help me reach a book on the top shelf. We started talking. It felt easy, natural. Logan listened when I spoke. He remembered details. He asked about my students, my parents, my day. He brought me coffee when I stayed late grading papers. He noticed when I was tired. When I was stressed, he showed up. After years alone, that kind of attention felt like warmth after a long winter. He never rushed me physically, never pressured me. Instead, he talked about the future, stability, a real life together. One night, barely a month into dating, he said he was serious. My parents were cautious. My friends were surprised. 6 months felt fast, but with Logan everything felt calm, predictable, safe. Our wedding night looked exactly like people imagine happiness should. Heritage Bistro, a small restaurant, warm and personal. About 40 guests. My parents, his parents, a few coworkers, his friends, and my bridesmaids, including Vanessa Reed, a friend I'd known since college. The ceremony was simple, the vows heartfelt. When Logan slid the ring onto my finger, he whispered he would always protect me. During our first dance, he held me close, telling me he was the happiest man alive. I noticed small things I ignored. Vanessa laughing too loudly, touching Logan's arm, wrapping herself around him while joking. I told myself I was being silly. I was a bride, emotional, tired. That night, I believed I was the luckiest woman alive. I did not know that, while we celebrated love, something ugly already lurked in the shadows. The condo we returned to was mine. Modest, warm, filled with memories. Logan had rented a tiny studio, saving for the future. When we talked about living together, the decision felt practical. I believed marriage meant sharing everything, trust, life, home. What I did not know was that I was not bringing love into the marriage. I was bringing security. And to the wrong person, security looks like opportunity. I drove to Heritage Bistro, hands shaking. Mr. Hale met me at the door. You should sit before you see this, he said quietly, leading me to a small office. A laptop sat open. On screen, a black and white video. I debated calling you at all, he said. But if this were my daughter, I'd want someone to tell her. The video showed a storage room. Timestamp. 9:43 p.m. Vanessa walked in first, confident. Logan followed. They closed the door. They kissed. Not briefly, not by mistake, a long deliberate kiss. She handed him a cigarette. They laughed, comfortable, like I did not exist. When sound came on, Vanessa's voice complained about pretending while watching him dance with me. Logan's voice was calm, calculated. He explained the plan. He said I would sign the condo over to him. He called me trusting, boring, easy to manipulate. They laughed about my life, my home, my future. I realized then, I had never been his wife. I had been his plan. I left the restaurant without looking back. The flash drive in my pocket burned with the truth. I drove to my parents' apartment, the only place that had always been safe. They saw the video, saw the truth, and stayed by my side without judgment. That night, I understood something vital. If I confronted Logan privately, he would have lied. But in the open, the truth could not be hidden. I organized a second gathering under the guise of a casual celebration. Everyone came. Logan and Vanessa arrived unsuspecting. I played the video. Gasps dropped, forks, disbelief. Logan froze, color draining from his face. I removed the ring from my finger. "This marriage is over," I said. "I am filing for divorce on Monday." Logan reached for my hand. "Hannah, wait. I can explain." I pulled away. "You planned to steal my home. You humiliated me. There is nothing left to explain." Vanessa, my former friend, looked around desperately. No one defended her. Logan's father told him to leave, and he did. For the first time in days, I could breathe. Relief washed over me, quiet, clean, final. In the weeks that followed, life went on. Students ran toward me, eager to show me drawings and tests. Logan did not fight the divorce. The condo remained mine. Friends checked in. Some apologized for missing the signs. Others just listened. I realized strength does not have to be loud. It can be quiet, patient, observant. I had been underestimated, and in that underestimation I found power. Today I live alone. My home is mine. My life is quiet, intentional, honest. I am awake. The ordeal did not break me, it clarified me. If you are listening, remember this. Trust yourself. Pay attention to actions. Never ignore that quiet voice inside.